SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. And I'm confident at this point that with the incredible team that we have here at SpaceX, that we will do that for you.
Going to get analysis now from Dennis-Kenji Kipker, who joins me from Frankfurt, Germany. Dennis is Research Director at the Cyberintelligence.institute. Dennis, I mean, the richest man on the planet, Elon Musk, first of all, basics. Why does he need all this money? Why hold an IPO?
So I think what we really see is a very genuinely historic moment. So the biggest stock market debut ever, and also eclipsing Saudi Aramco's 2019 record. And it instantly makes, as you mentioned, Musk the first trillionaire, at least on paper. But I'd separate a few things here from the substance. So this $1.77 trillion price tag puts SpaceX among the 10 most valuable listed companies on the planet. I think this is something Elon Musk really wanted to, because it's ahead even of Musk's own Tesla. And this is really an extraordinary level of expectation to live up to. And that's typically for Elon Musk. So my honest first reaction is also tempered in some way by real caution about whether that number reflects today's business really, or just some kind of optimistic bet onto the future, which is also typical for Elon Musk.
Right, that's exactly what I want to get to, because I've heard assessments that the SpaceX IPO prices could be as much as 50 times the value of what it would be if you based it on the current income stream. So is it reasonable to price in such massive growth of the company, or is this wildly speculative? I mean, in essence, I'm saying, is it hugely overpriced?
Yeah, so on the conventional numbers, I would say that the current valuation is not completely justified, of course. So SpaceX brought in roughly $90 billion in revenue last year, up about a third. This is really an impressive growth, but it also swung to a net loss of nearly $5 billion, reversing a small profit the year before, largely because of heavy AI spending Elon Musk did as well. So the real engine is Starlink behind that. So the satellite internet business, which now drives the majority of revenue and most of the value. So Morningstar, which can be considered one of the more sober voices regarding this, puts fair value at around $780 billion, $800 billion. And this is, as you mentioned, less than half the price. So in fundamentals alone, this valuation that we have seen today is really hard to defend. And you have to believe in the future, as I mentioned, and not the present.
I mean, a lot of what the company does, getting its money, internet provisions, and putting satellites into space, even AI. But what Musk himself often talks about is taking people to the moon, to Mars. And I mean, mankind doesn't look like it's going to be going to Mars anytime soon. How many years is it going to take for this project to actually work out, or we find out it won't work?
I think it still takes several years. So I would say for going on for now 10 years. And this is what we currently also see, that Musk already announces technology that is not available at the moment. And what we really see here, that are a few forces that are converging. So firstly, the dominance. SpaceX handles roughly 90% of the global commercial launch market. And we also have Starlink that I mentioned, which has more than 12 million subscribers. So it's close to a monopoly in two growing markets. And second, and I would consider this is the most important fact, the Musk premium. So he has repeatedly proven skeptics wrong, and people are betting on execution, but it really will take, I would say, 10 years from now to get to the Mars. And thirdly, possibly, this is also the AI topic, because we have optionality from the XAI merger and these idea about moonshots to data centers in the space. And I would say these are the most important points we're currently talking about.
Dennis, it was great to get your assessment of this. Thank you. Dennis-Kenji Kipker, Research Director at the Cyberintelligence.institute.
Thank you very much.